time has come. A brand new release schedule starting today, every Tuesday. Come back and hang with your boy because we are back on track. Sit back and relax. You're listening to my honest take. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the only podcast that matters, the only pod you'll ever need. This is my honest take with your host, Quincy. Listen, it's been a long time coming, it feels like, right? It feels like we've been missing week after week, and I can't keep doing that to y'all. I've been absent for a while, and like I've told you guys, it's just been personal things. It's nothing crazy. I'm back on track now. I think we really got some good stuff in store for you guys, man. Like I said, I've been messing around a lot more with different programming, this different type of sounds, different type of cadences, a lot of different things to make this podcast sound amazing. Okay. I've been dealing with the YouTube side to see what's going to be posted there, how I should go about it, and I got a lot more things coming to you guys very, very shortly. Trust me, you might see some today, you might get some teasers of it, but we have a lot of things in the works, people. This podcast is going to start being even more professional, but still have that sense of identity that we can't lose, with the jokes, with the honesty, with the structure of feeling like this is personal. Like, this doesn't feel like it has a script. This is just winging it. That's how I want it to sound, right? I want that authentic feel to this podcast, right? So that's the goal, okay? When it comes to YouTube, as you guys know, we are a multi-functional platform when it comes to everything that I do. You know what I mean? YouTube is just another way to funnel more people to the podcast, a lot more ways to interact with you guys, from music reactions to skits to vlogs to anything that seems like it is cool for me to do. It's going to be there. So if you want to see me just living my life, being me, that's where you go there to see. Some people don't like to sit through podcasts. I get it. If you're still here, I appreciate you. But if you want to see something else like that, go check out the YouTube, man. We're there. On Twitch. If you'd like to play games, if you like to watch me play games, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the energy there, that's where I'm at. We keep Twitch just for the games, man. That's it. Everybody want to be Castanets and I show speeds. Nah, we're going to play games over there. Okay, we're not traveling the country on there. If you want to see that, YouTube, go to YouTube for that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like I said, I got a lot of things in the works, man. I've been working on an album as well that's upcoming. I'm not going to give you guys no dates and all that. I don't want to get you too hyped for it, but I want to start the process of getting people's ears perked up. Okay, there's an album coming. So, still working out the kinks for that to find the exact date that I want to drop, the exact timing, things like that. No, of course, it's going to be on a Friday for sure at midnight. That's the day and time for sure. Just got to find out the month, how many songs I'm going to drop before, leading up to it, things like that. So be prepared and on the lookout for that as well. So I feel like we got all the formalities out the way. I think so. So y'all know what time it is, man. With all the formalities out the way, let's jump right into the show. People. Let me tell y'all something. What I need people to understand this. If you are talking to someone on the phone, you need to keep in mind, if you're at a celebrity status, it's more than likely going to get recorded. it's more than likely going to get fabricated, or it's more than likely going to get leaked. Okay, so everything under the sun. Okay, 9 times out of 10, if you're just a regular civilized human being, a regular civilian, 9 times out of 10, nobody cares, right? But when you have a stature, things become magnified. I already told you guys this before. When you have a stature, everything you do is under the public eye, right? So, what do I mean by that? Where am I going with this? Well, Young Thug, of all people, right, is in jail, and voice calls were being released. I don't believe he's in jail now, but this is when he was. But a bunch of phone calls were being leaked. Okay. And at first, we're just gonna think like, okay, what is he saying? You know, maybe he's just talking about life in there. No, 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 no. That's not what happened. Um, he was talking shit about a lot of people. A lot of people. Like everybody caught a strike. Everybody. It was insane. Okay. So the first one that pops out from what I saw, uh, was him talking about Glorilla, right? Talking about, oh, she's ugly, the long ass hair. Hell nah, I won't even hit that. Nah, hell nah. Who the hell is that? Ew, nasty. She's ugly, right? Just pretty much going in. Okay. And Glorilla responds, but this is the same person that tried to text me or something like that, right? So then we're like, oh shit, he got beef now. Oh shit, here we go. But then Young Thug tweets, hey, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. Everybody knows I don't want to degrade girls. We got to do better. I love you. I'm sorry. What? So you just went in like that and now you want to apologize? How does that work, brother? How does that work? You just went in and now you want to come out. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to degrade girls. What? You just said her tracks was ugly. Her hair was terrible. Boy, what? Man, Young Thug, man, listen, dog. But we thought that was it. We said, okay, we're not gonna hear nothing else crazy from Young Thug. That's it. That was the one. Okay, he talks shit about Glow. That's it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't say anything else. Well, no, 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 no. That's no. He ended up calling out Future. All right, and I quote. This is what he said. Me and him ain't been tight in a minute. He do lame stuff. I don't know what image you're trying to get off, but you an idiot. Everything you know I done taught you. He just don't know nothing. He's just stupid to certain things. He don't know nothing but music. Niggas fake as hell. Now he came at Future. Listen, even if you're someone who's I don't like Future, I don't care for Glorilla, Young Thug, whatever, that's understandable. That's fine. This has nothing to do with you liking him. This has stuff to do with you're talking about people that you used to make music with. You're talking about people that you were cool with. Now you're just letting all this out. Now you're just letting all this out. Why you go at Future for? So now Young Thug says, like, hey, it's me. When I was locked up, I had a lot of emotion inside. I didn't mean anything. To an extent. To an extent. Because that's the same way people will be like, you're in an argument with somebody, you start to get real heated. You start to say things that cut deep, right? At the end of the argument, people, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. It's to an extent. Because you say things in heated moments like that because you're already mad. So now you're not even thinking. None of it's crossing your mind to say, hold on, before you say this could help, hurt this person. This could ruin this friendship. You're not thinking about that. You're just seeing red. So you want them to experience pain, right? So with you getting this anger, right? And saying it, you didn't mean it, but you've thought it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something you've thought about, especially if you can get it out real quick. Oh, bitch, that's why you fat. Oh my gosh. You've thought this already. You've already went through your head that, hey, this person's fat because you were able to just say it so quick. Or if you're able to cut deep with some, but that's why this and that and this and that and that. Yeah, you thought this through. You just never said it. But now in that heated moment of you being angry, Now you can let it fly. So I can see why he says that, being locked up, your people all living their best life, feels like you're not supposed to be here. I can understand that. I can understand that. But dude, yo, everything being leaked is crazy. Whoever you were talking to, you should have, before I get any visitors, tell them to drop their phone in the front. Voice recordings, wires, everything in the front. I need to see them. Like, this is crazy. So now, Young Thug and Future, yeah, you won't get no song no more from them. I'll let you know that right now. I'm telling y'all that right now. You're not gonna get no song for them. That's over with. That's done. Okay, that's done. But I'm telling you, he was going in on everybody. He claimed Gucci Mane got soft after he went to jail. He said Gucci used to be that dude. Gucci used to be on the versus battles, talk about we smoking your op pack right in front of him. Y'all remember that? What was he going against? Jeezy? Was it Jeezy? Talk about we smoking them pack right in front of you. We smoking your boy dead pack. And now Gucci came out and he's saying, bro, he's soft now. He don't do none of that. He don't do that. That's not his life no more. What? This is crazy. I'm telling y'all, man. The stuff he was saying about these people, you rather look at it and be like, bro, what's going on? What were you saying? Why are you doing this? Like, why? I'm telling you, the absolute disbelief I had was just insane. Insane. But Young Thug's still not done. They got him in the interrogation room saying, and I quote, promises. I made promises. Whatever. Anything you want to know in time, I'm going to tell you. But don't tell the world. Get the Thug, you were one of the main people saying Gunna was a rat. Gunna was a snitch. But now you're saying this? I Man, look. Man, look. I Really? Really? This is something you don't say. You don't say this. Like, what? You just pretty much came out and told everybody, like, yo, fuck the code, you know what I'm saying? No snitching. No, I'm gonna tell you what you need to know. If you need to tell to save your life, your ass, tell. That's what you pretty much said. You know what's funny about this whole just fiasco? 6ix9ine came out the cut. 6ix9ine, out of all people, say, yo, this is what y'all crucified me for snitching, but look at your mans. Look what your mans is doing. And guess what? People agreeing with 6ix9ine. People agreeing with him. I was one of the main people, one of the minorities who always tell people, 6ix9ine, I don't care. I'm fine with him snitching. If y'all my guys and y'all did me dirty like that, had sex with my baby moms, talk shit behind my back, oh, I'm snitching too. All y'all going to jail. All y'all. I don't give a damn. I'm pretty sure I said this in one of the podcasts. I'm pretty sure I have. But if I haven't, you hit it here. You're hearing it here first. I'm on 6ix9ine side. And that's the thing that's crazy. People keep forgetting about, no, it's the code. It's the code. You know what I'm saying? No snitching, no snitching. You never know what you're going to do before you get into that interrogation room. You may be talking all this big stuff, but as soon as you sit down, it's, man, we're at the Apollo, son. The opera is here. We're singing. We're screaming. We're yelling. We letting them know all the information we need. All the information they need. I'm spilling the beans. That's what y'all going to do. So that whole code thing, only a few people really mastered it. Now, I'm not going to say nothing. I'd rather just take the time. Most y'all don't want to take the time for your partner. Yeah, if you tell, let us know the information, you're free to go. Your man's will do 10 years. But if you don't say nothing, y'all both got to do 5. What? I'm not doing 5. I'm not doing 5. What do you need to know, officer? That's what most of y'all will do. So 6ix9ine being the voice of reason, that makes a lot of sense because these are the same people. Oh, you're snitch, you're a rat, kick him out of here. And a lot of people say, oh, 6ix9ine going broke now and all that. Not really. He's just making music for Hispanic people. People who are listening to that type of music, yeah, he's big over there. And we've already noticed Spanish music makes hella more money. Did y'all not remember Despacito? What? Man, look. Bad Bunny? Daddy Yankee? Man, that's different money over there. But yeah, man, that's what I said. This whole fiasco that Thug's in right now, it really makes you wonder what's gonna be happening, what's gonna change. Are we gonna see more artists snitching? Are we gonna see this become glorified? Are we gonna see people cast Young Thug out? What's gonna happen now? That's what all I'm waiting for. Because if they don't, oh, I know 6ix9ine's gonna have a field day. I know he is. He's gonna light them up. Oh man, that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny. But let's pivot off that for a second. Okay, let's pivot off that for a second. Let's talk about some things that we've seen going on in the world that I've been missing out on. And y'all haven't heard my voice in a minute, so I gotta give y'all everything that you missed. I gotta catch y'all up to date if you ain't see it already. Okay, so we might go through these a little bit quicker than usual, but we gotta go through it. Okay, we gotta go through it. Number one, people. Number one, Microsoft listed 40 jobs that are most at risk of being taken over by AI. Okay, these are including jobs like music DJs, reporters, journalists, editors, web developers, telemarketers, telephone operators, account clerks, and more. People, we're in a new world. Technology is going to be the answer for everything. It sucks to say that, but it's true. If you are someone who works as a phone operator for Facebook support, um, for Apple support, for Google support, any type of support that you do, okay, and you're a phone operator, you're done. AI is going to take that immediately. And you know what's funny about that? The thing that makes that so funny is to some of us, we're going to look at it like, oh, that's fine. All right, I'd rather talk to AI all day. They can help me out easier than the person can, right? That's how it seems, right? But the issue is people aren't going to have jobs. People aren't going to have money. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. People aren't going to have money. So now you're going to have people who are out here struggling with no job, no money. And now people are going to be left here confused. It's going to be crazy just to think about. It's going to be crazy just to think about. So now, like I said, we're going to have to see what happens. What jobs are going to actually be taken over by AI? Are we actually going to see these certain jobs taken over? Are we actually going to see AI just becoming the best DJ in the world, the best journalist in the world? Are people actually going to just consume AI media instead of regular people? Is that what we're going to see now? That's the question. And truly, I don't know. I don't know. One thing I do know is that I'm a fan of AI. I am. I think it could be very helpful and very useful in certain situations. But the problem is the same thing with everything. If you take anything without moderation, it could kill you, right? It can affect you, it can harm you. So if we're taking AI to new points in life where it's like, yo, we could do everything with it, there's not gonna be no type of civilization left. We're gonna have to call Will Smith. We're gonna have to get our robot. For real. So it's interesting to just see how many jobs can be taken away. Definitely, we know people who work at fast food. They already got the kiosk. So you don't even need to talk to nobody to go and order your food now, right? So that's the other thing. So we already seen it being adopted in different places. You probably just didn't even realize it yet because it's become so normal to you, right? So that's why I said we're gonna have to see what happens, but it's definitely interesting to just see how AI is really going to take over in this way for like everyday tasks. It's gonna be interesting, people. It's gonna be interesting, to say the least. Now, here's something else that I think that you guys are really gonna be flabbergasted to hear. So, Volkswagen, right? The automotive industry, the brand. Okay, they released a vehicle that gates its full horsepower behind a paid subscription. Users have to pay a monthly fee of around $20 to drive the car at top speed. Let's stop right there. I want y'all to understand that. Understand what I just said. Okay? You have to pay $20 a month. $20 a damn month, people, to drive a car at full speed. Brother, what? Brother, what? I don't think y'all heard what I said. To drive a car at full speed, you just push the gas pedal, right? You just floor it. Okay. But now if you want to drive your car at full speed, I'm gonna have to pay $20 a month. So I'm gonna have to look at my account and make sure Volkswagen is getting taken out so I can drive my car at 90 miles per hour, probably. Obviously, we don't know the full speed, but the fact that I have to pay monthly to just drive my car is crazy. It's insane. They're just taking money from us left and right. How are you going to do this in this type of economy? Think about that. You're trying to do us this dirty in the economy where people can't even buy a house. People don't even got jobs. And you're doing this filthy. This is insane. This is insanity, people. Okay? It's just, and what's funnier, it's Volkswagen. Why couldn't it have been Lamborghini, Porsche, BMW, Toyota, Honda? A car that people actually like, or a nice big expensive brand. That would make sense. But it's a goddamn Volkswagen. I, listen, y'all. Listen. When I tell y'all this is ludicrous, it's ludicrous, people. It's insane because the fact that you have to pay to just drive your car nowadays is insane. We already got to pay for gas. We already got to pay for maintenance. So now we're gonna have to pay to just drive the car. Man, look, this is just. Damn. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. Volkswagen is over here, highway robbery. This is they're committing fraud. This gotta be something. There's gotta be a lawsuit that's gotta get put in place. There's no way this is possible. There's no way they're allowing people to do this. I just can't believe it. I just can't. Man, look, $20 to drive my car. I've seen it all. Already, I put 20 for gas. Now I gotta pay 20 for that. That's $40 right there just to drive. And I gotta get gas again. It's another 2060. Oh, don't let me need an oil change now. I'm probably at 100 now at this point. Tires rotating, making another 120. Ah, man, look. I've never heard something like that. But it's okay. We're not gonna talk about it no more. It's gonna upset me the more I talk about it. And other news though, man. Listen. Roblox, the game Roblox. If you're letting your kids play that, listen, I urge you, parents, pay attention to this game. This game is starting to be littered, people. When I say littered, it's everywhere with people who are grown as men and women, mainly men, of course, in this day and age. Um, Grown men who are acting like children to lure these kids into doing undescribable acts. Okay. Now, being a pedophile in today's age is one of the most dumbest things you could do. The most dumbest things you could do, because you're going to get found out ASAP. These TikTokers and Instagram people, bro, they find all your information in a heartbeat. It's crazy. They, I was on TikTok just looking through, and these people found where a guy works and his social security card. How did y'all find his social security? I'm telling you, these TikTokers work overtime. So just the fact that you want to be this weirdo on a game like Roblox, you're gonna get found out. You're gonna get found out. And Roblox been having this problem of, like I said, adults coming through, flirting with these kids and minors, telling them more about them, getting their personal numbers, trying to meet with them, things like that. It's been a problem. It's been an issue, right? And there hasn't been no type of security, right? It's not like a way that you could fully verify your age. It's not a way that you could make sure that, hey, only kids can play in this game. If you're an adult, you can't play it. There's not a way to do that. Okay. And the thing that sucks about that, people have been saying there's been an issue ongoing for whiles. For whiles. And nobody's done nothing about it, right? Until now, where Congressman Ro Khanna, sorry if I butchered your name, has reached out to the predatory buster Real Schlepp. Looks like it was a YouTuber by the name of Real Schlepp, concerning Roblox child safety issues. So you got someone from the House of Representatives talking to a YouTuber who always catches and busts these predators and is trying to say, like, okay, we're gonna make this a bigger issue, right? But apparently, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Roblox banned him. Roblox banned him. Think about how this makes you look now. So now, our man Real Schlepp is about to get a perfect lawyer to help him out. One of the most perfect lawyers you ever see, who knows the rules to a T. Now he has, man, listen. Y'all don't understand how crazy this is. Now, this issue is gonna be bigger than it's ever been. It's gonna be bigger than it's ever been. Now, do I think Roblox is gonna get shut down? No. There's too much money into it. There's way too much money into this game. I doubt it will. What's more than likely gonna happen is going to be a lot. When I say a lot, people, of safety measures put in. A lot of, what is it, like age restrictions or age verifications that's gonna get put in. There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot. That's what's gonna happen. You might have to put an ID in, or if you're a kid and you want to play, you're gonna have to get parental guidance or controls on it. It's gonna be insane what we're gonna see. I know for a fact that's what's gonna happen, because, like I said, I doubt they'll drop a game like this that has so much money put into it. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But this whole Roblox fiasco, man, is interesting to say the least. It's interesting to say the least, because this is incredible. This is incredible. Hey, I'm just letting y'all know, y'all be prepared. When y'all look at it, be like, damn, Roblox is getting fucked up. I called it here first. I called it here first. I'm just saying, from everything that we're seeing, Roblox is done. It's gonna be done. But hey, if, like I said, all the parents who may be listening, if you're letting your kids on it, just pay attention. Just pay attention to what they see. I know a lot of people say, kids shouldn't be on the internet and things like that. But you got to be realistic, people. The internet has a lot of ways for it to help us. You just got to monitor it. It's the same thing with anything, people. Moderation. Moderation and monitor. You got to know what you're doing and only consume what you need, not as much as you want. You know what I mean? So just pay attention to that, people. That's all. Just pay attention. That's all I'm saying. Now, like I said, I've been going for a while. I've been going for a while. So there's a lot of news everywhere. So I'm gonna have to try to I might just have to try to tackle it, okay? as fast as I can and as efficiently as I can. All right, it's been too long. All right, so I'm gonna try to tackle everything in a timely manner. So let's start it off right here. Sha'Carri Richardson, track star. Everybody might know her already. If you don't, track star who ended up, I believe, getting disqualified or banned, I believe, for smoking weed. Had an outrage about it. They ended up letting her race again. And what did she do? Dust them. Left them in the dust. So, but Sha'Carri Richardson ended up threatening threatening to snitch on her coward boyfriend Christian Coleman, who was also a track star who played or ran in the Olympics. After the TSA accuses her of airport assault, and she says I could definitely provide footage of him assaulting me if possible. In the whole fiasco, cameras and all that, we didn't see him hit her. We just saw her go in on him. So we don't know what's gonna happen, but it just goes to show people sometimes y'all females got pulled. As soon as she could get some type of information, he's done. If she was able to provide some type of him hitting her, he's done. But like I said, this happened a while ago. We haven't seen nothing else, so I'm pretty sure there wasn't no footage, or she couldn't provide none. But it just goes to show that's crazy. That's crazy work. You know what I mean? I believe she said she was the issue or something like that. It was a whole fiasco over there. I'm telling y'all, the stuff over there just starts to get ridiculous. It starts to get ridiculous. A rapper by the name of Baby Chief Do It, he ended up revealing that he uses Chat GPT to write his lyrics. Now, he doesn't say a full song. Okay. He says like he'll have the first four bars down, for example. And then he'll ask ChatGPT fill in the rest. You know, what can you give me with this? Right? Now, here's the thing, in my opinion, everybody has ghostwriters, damn near. Okay. For the people who don't have ghostwriters, you could tell, you know, they'll tell you and all that, right? You could just tell who's authentic, who's not, right? If someone who's not lyrical at all ends up dropping the most lyrical shit ever, you have a ghostwriter. You're not coming up with that shit. There's no way. If someone who can't make hooks to save their life comes out with a banger hook that everybody likes, come on, bro. There's no way. You know what I mean? So, to an extent, I can see why people do it. Writer's block, mental fatigue. You know, you just can't come up with a good sounding lyric or good sounding hook. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You need that ghostwriter. You need ChatGPT to come up with a couple lyrics. I get it. Me personally, I don't like it just because if you're rapping, I want to know that you came up with these lyrics. You came up with these bars because that makes me feel a lot more like in awe of you, if that makes sense. Like, damn, you came up with this, boy, you could really get down. But if it was ChatGPT, they came with a lyric, or your ghostwriter came with a lyric, I'm not gonna look at you the same. You know, like, yeah, okay, you may sound good saying it, but that's not your bars though. You not really nice. You just sound nice. That's the difference. You not really nice. You just sound nice. That's the problem. So I look at this and I'm like, well, okay, I get it. But at the same time, like it takes away from the craft. You know, now I look at your songs, I'm gonna look at it a little bit different. Like, damn, maybe you ain't come up with that bar. You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody's saying, oh my gosh, you heard that one bar that he said, for example, Lil Wayne, real G's moving silence like lasagna. When he first said that, niggas was losing their mind. But let's say we go back and he was like, yeah, you know, my boy Drake wrote that for me. Me personally, I would look at it like, damn, so then you not hard, and that's Drake. Drake's bars are stupid because that was one of the hardest lines I ever heard. But other people may still, oh, whatever. Then the way he said it was crazy. Nah, I'm not gonna say that, man. If you ain't say that bar, that does not mean you hard. You just sounded nice with it. But that nigga who wrote that shit for you, yeah, that nigga's hard. Trust me, yeah. Oh, Baby Chief, yeah, that song was crazy. But ChatGPT, yeah, ChatGPT wrote that, yeah, that shit hard. Yeah, ChatGPT's hard. That was crazy. That's how I'm gonna look at it, man. But like I said, I can see why. I just don't like it. Now, speaking of lyrics, Lil Yachty was under fire for saying a lyric on Playboy Max's stream, a streamer who ends up streaming with mostly rappers and does little freestyles with the rappers, or the rappers come and do a little freestyle and end up releasing it as a song, things like that, right? Lottie ended up saying a bar saying, "Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd." Now I can understand the outrage to it, right? Where it's like, yo, did you really say that? Like, what's up with you? Why would you say something like that? Like, I get it. I can see the outrage on it. Now, here's the problem. Me personally, I think a lot of people, especially African Americans, right? We ended up hearing about what happened with George Floyd, right? And look at him as our savior. That's one thing that, no disrespect, but I think we need to look at things a little bit better. We praise this man as our savior, and this is no diss to the black community. This is no ill intent. It's just, if we're gonna look at that, let's Dr. King is someone we should be looking at. You know what I mean? Tupac, maybe Biggie, Michael Jackson, someone who actually had a real impact on life and everyday things for the black community. Dr. King should be the top. That he should be the top. When we look at that, like, yo, this is, yeah. But I think they push George Floyd on us so much, on the black community, to make us feel like we need to be looking at him as he's our savior. That's what they did. That's what they tried to do. And y'all know who I'm talking about when I say they tried to do that to us. They wanted us to look at him like, oh my gosh, y'all did this to one of our greats. Like, you did it to another regular person, man. So that means that you could do that to me. That's how we gotta look at it. See how I spun that around? See, you gotta stay with me now. You gotta stay with me. But that's how we gotta look at it. That's a regular human being. So that means I'm next. And what I mean by that, for people who's understanding, like, when you saw Dr. King pass away, it was one of those things like, okay, I understand why. A black man in power who wanted to lead this motivation and revolution. Yeah, I understand why they took him out. But I felt okay, like, okay, they took him out for that. I might be good. But when you take out George Floyd, that just means, okay, that could be me too in that situation. But they try to force him onto us. So a lot of people, especially Steven Jackson, basketball player, ended up calling out Yachty over, like, yo, stop. That was distasteful, da da da. Which it can be distasteful to some people, because we've seen people like Lil Wayne, who had an Emmett Till bar, had to apologize. Some of these things are very distasteful when you say certain bars where it's disgrace against, dead people, race, um, religions, beliefs. It's very hard to tread carefully with these things. But it's also interesting because people can't say stuff like that, right? Why would you talk about George Floyd like that? Oh my gosh, why would you talk about Emmett Till? But we'll glorify us going and killing an op. We'll glorify smoking on somebody's pack. We'll glorify being a prostitute and being a hoe. We'll glorify selling drugs. But when it comes to, oh my gosh, you can't talk about Emmett Till, that's crossing the line. But y'all let me talk about me going and killing this guy's whole family. That was hard though, right? That's the part where I start getting disconnected from music. If we're gonna hold it to a standard of it's just art, then why are we then blurring the lines between, well, no, that's real life? Same thing with R. Kelly. People don't listen to R. Kelly because the way he was rapping, or making his music, he was talking about underage girls. I can't listen to it. Okay, well, that's the art though. The song is nice. The song sounds good, but you don't want to listen to it because that's, he was rapping about, underage girls. Yeah, exactly. But you'll go listen to someone who raps about killing, doing drugs, or girls selling their ass, just fucking everybody. That's what you'll listen to, though, right? So that's where it's like, it's two different things, but the message is still there. It's not a good message. So that's why music is different. It's very, very, what's the word? Like, it's very, I can't even give you the word I'm looking for, but music is very different from everybody. Everybody's taste in music is very different. Everybody perceives it different. So I think for me, it's just a little, mm, you know what I mean? That's just how I look at certain things when it comes to that, man. So if art is art, if Yachty said what he said, I mean, hey, I didn't like the bar just because it even sound right. It even sound good. But if we're gonna say art is art, then we should have no type of backlash. You know what I mean? I remember Glorilla had to change out the R word. Can't say that word. You know what I mean? The R word meaning stupid, right? Or slow, or um, not mentally there. That'd be the best way to do it, right? She had to change it because people didn't like that. But in the song, it sounded good. It sounded like it flowed well. Then she changed it and said narded. Yeah, my bitch go gnarly. Like, well, that's disgusting. That sounds terrible. I don't like that. But we're in a whole different age now, people, where we can't say that. It's interesting. That's all. It's interesting. Very interesting, people. But I digress. I digress. Let's keep it pushing though. Y'all know that we got to keep it going. I've already been over the 30-minute mark. We still got to talk about sports because, boy, I got a lot in sports that we got to cover. A lot. All right. There's been a lot of buffoonery in the sports world recently, and I got to talk about it, okay? So trust me, we're going to get there. I got to wrap this up. I got to wrap this up. All right, Target CEO is now stepping down after 11 years at the retailer as sales continue to plunge. This all happened after the whole DEI initiative that ended up taking place, with Target dropping a lot of black merchandise down, a lot of black owned things, and people said, okay, we're not going to shop there. So it does go to show black people did shop at Target a lot, because if your sales is now continuing to plunge, that's saying something. But it's not always all the black people. Even white people, Mexicans, Hispanics, everybody's now stopping to shop there because you're just showing, okay, you don't include us. Now, the whole DEI thing wasn't just black people. That's one thing y'all have to keep in mind. It was everybody. All right. It's just inclusion. So women, Hispanics, anybody, anything that was inclusion was dropped. Okay. So it's not just black people. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So just showing that though, a lot of black people did not shop at Target after that. So sales ended up dropping, so they ended up stepping down. I believe they said the new CEO now is black, and they're gonna try to see if they can get us back in there. I ain't gonna lie, we gotta see what's gonna happen. That's gonna be interesting if the sales start piling back up or if it keeps dropping. That's gonna be the most interesting thing, because if the sales continue to drop, that shows, hey, we really not shopping there. But could you make the case of, damn, now we're not supporting a black person? Makes you think. It makes you think. Or do you see the sales rise and it's like, yeah, black people supporting black people, but then you have people realize, well, you're still supporting a white owned company. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things when it happens when it comes to race you got to think about. It's so much. It's so much, people. But hey, like I said, if a black person really is the CEO of Target, congratulations, we're gonna take over. That's how it's gonna be. Let's take it over. But let's keep pushing. McDonald's is cutting combo meal prices. They're offering financial support to franchises who agree to drop pricing, and this comes after the CEO says prices are getting too high, and it goes into effect this month, people. Now you realize this? You guys used to have dollar menus. Now it's a value menu. And it's not even, don't even feel like a value to me no more. You used to have dollar McChickens. That was $3.74 after tax if you get the McCreation. That's new. Y'all never heard about that. So you get a McChicken, you have mac sauce and cheese. If you really want to go and get a little crazy, you could get a McDecepticon. That's where you add bacon to that. Okay, so the McCreation is just mac sauce and cheese, or the McDecepticon mac sauce, cheese, and bacon. You get that, that'll run you about a mortgage. I'm not gonna lie to you. That might run you about your mortgage. Okay. McDonald's, you guys had it when it comes to the dollar menu. Now people are spending arms and legs. People gotta go to the black market to try to get a Big Mac now. It's crazy. We gotta pay in Bitcoin. I've never heard this before. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see if other fast food places adopt this style and this trend, or if we're just gonna see McDonald's be the pioneer in this and just be the only one who does it. So we gotta see what happens. But hey, McDonald's, I give you flowers. I give you flowers. I give you flowers. You're doing something wrong. Let's switch off of it. Let's talk about how a woman was in absolute disbelief as her husband returned to the store to pay for a candy that their daughter stole. Listen, why are you in disbelief? Why? Why? Just let the. What are we doing here? Not just let her steal it. No, you're setting a bad example for your kid. You may think that your kid's not coherent at that time and understanding it, because I feel like we all didn't become conscious until like six. When we were six, right? That's when we. Oh my gosh, where am I at? But they can still pick up on those things. You know, if you let her grab it, then she's gonna start grabbing a lot more, and then it becomes an issue. Then they're gonna be like, when did she start doing all this? Hey, you taught it, you taught it to her. So shout out to the husband for doing that, man. Setting that good example. No, I'm gonna go back and pay for it. She wants it. That's how it's gonna be. We just go and put it back. I'm not gonna set that example to be thieves. Come on, man. And if you want to know their race, because people care about it, is black people. But it just goes to show that he's looking at like, bro, we probably already got a harder life as being us this, and now you want us to keep it doing? Nah, come on, man. So shout out to him, man. Keep everybody in the right state of mind of no, we're gonna do the right thing in life. Sometimes it's okay, people, to do the right thing. It's okay, and that goes for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, like I said, I just want people to understand that it's okay to do the right thing. So keep that in mind. Here's a funny one. Here's a funny one though. People are claiming that Will Smith's latest concert footage has an AI generated crowd. Listen to me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. When you look at the actual crowd, I ain't gonna lie, it do look a little fake. It do look a little fake, man. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because I was looking at it and I was like, nah, ain't no way, right? No way. There's no way in hell. Nah, he ain't do that. But the signs look it looked too crazy. Mm-mm. It looked too crazy. I said, nah, there's no way people have these type of signs up. I cannot believe it. So looking at it, I was really confused, man. But I could see him doing it. I could see him doing it. Get himself back up into the top charts with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Get himself trending again. I could see him doing it. I could see him doing it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. I don't. But hey, hey, do what you gotta do, Will. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I don't blame you. Cause some of the songs he's been releasing, I ain't gonna lie. It's been trash. I ain't gonna lie, it's been trash. It has not been good. that's that's why I think the AI generated crowd is real because there's nah, son. I don't think people are going to watch Will Smith. But hey, if you're going to listen to Will Smith, man, let me know. I just don't think people are. But if you are, hey, I'm wrong. I'll admit it. But hey, if he's really used the AI generated crowd, we find that out. How this is where everything's gonna start getting blurred. Because how are we gonna know what's real in life and what's not? We at first we could tell, the fingers a little bit, things look a little distorted. But once that shit gets polished up, you'll never know what's real, what's not. I'm trying to tell you. And what's crazy with AI, they just come up with people. So now we don't even know who looks real, who's not. At this point, it's gonna be, man, look, it's gonna be insane. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's gonna be a crazy day. Now, I got two more things before we get to my sports section, because I told you that's the big one. I got two more things. Number one, we ended up having another mass shooting. Okay. And apparently this happened in a church. Okay. In Minneapolis, Minnesota. This, or what they say, was a domestic terrorism, which is terrorism that happens on, U.S. soil or home soil. And it was a hate crime targeting Catholics. Okay. There were two fatalities, an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. In addition to that, 14 children and 3 adults were injured. Now, the shooter has been identified as Robin Westman, a male born as Robert Westman. Y'all see why now it's been a hate crime. Now, of course, the FBI is still providing updates and all that, but listen to me, people. Listen to me. The fact that this happened is incredible because this just goes to show a little bit more on why people why people gain this hatred towards the trans community. This adds fuel to the fire. This is why racism existed. This is why prejudice existed. This is why segregation existed. This is why we see things like this and we tend to blame the whole crop instead of just picking the bad apple and letting the others blossom. Right? I'm dropping gems on y'all right now, man. I took a hiatus and came back to be just a preacher. This is my TED talk. But all seriousness, this is what happens. Because a lot of people tell you, no, I'm not transphobic, but a lot of y'all trans people have are real stuck up, or a lot of y'all just really just, oh, y'all hurt my nerves. Y'all think y'all deserve everything. Like people will tell you this, but they'll say, but I'm not transphobic though, because I'm cool with trans people. Like I have friends with them, I have family members with them. It's just some of y'all that really get on my nerves, right? But we'll hear that from the same people. Black people will tell you, I love white people, but some of y'all white people just, oh, I want to hurt y'all. Vice versa, white people tell black people, man, nah, I'm cool with all black people, but some of y'all just don't know how to act right. Y'all just, so there's always something like that, right? And then once one community does something, guess what? That fire just grows bigger. There's always a fire started, but let a black person sag and shoot a white person, you know, because that black person said, I felt unsafe. Boom, fuel to the fire. Now they're gonna start hating more black people. Let a white person do something to a black person. Boom, more fire. And in this case, a trans person comes through, shoots up a church. Now it's more fuel to the fire of hatred. And what's crazy is this man or woman, it, because they're not gonna get respect from you. You shot a kid in a church. You get no respect. Thing, you get no respect from me. Ended up writing under magazines, "Where is your God?" Get clapped. Laughing emoji. They drew a laughing emoji. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. I, it's things like that, man, that make me realize humanity, there may not be nothing less. There may not be nothing left. We are the worst people in existence. The worst. The things that we do to each other over the dumbest things. It's insane. I just don't get it. But rest in peace to the two kids who did pass away. I hope the families find closure and are able to continue to move on with their lives in a very, very tough, difficult situation and difficult time in their lives. You know, my thoughts and prayers to the people as well that were injured, just because I know what a situation like that is going to make you very paranoid now. PTSD, you're going to be scared to go to church. Most of y'all probably now doubt God because you're like, how could this happen in a place of the Lord? Don't ever lose your faith. You know, believe in yourself, believe in what you believe, but don't lose your faith. Just because one bad thing happens doesn't mean it's always going to get bad. It's got to get bad before it can get good. So, my condolences to you guys. Now, with the sad note out the way, I did say I have one more thing. Um, I want to give a shout out to one person, um, French Montana, because he's engaged to the Princess of Dubai. This is a smart man. This I don't even think he really loved her. Listen, let me explain why I say that. I know that's crazy to say. But let me explain why I say that. This is a calculated business move. Okay, remember French Montana was mad that everybody didn't like him or didn't like his music, didn't really know of him and all that. I remember when all that happened. Yeah, now he's married to the Princess of Dubai, who's worth what 2.4 billion. I saw or some shit. Like she got money. Dubai, as we all know, is money, money. That's money. Okay, and you're married to her, man. Look, he's about to have so much money. He's about to have buku money. It's like it's about to get disgusting over there. It. I don't blame him. Man, this is a business move. This was calculated. This was calculated. I don't even think there's no prenup either. He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave, and he's gonna get everything. He's gonna try to get everything. I should say, because this is incredible. This is, man. Look, split. They're gonna have the same assets and all that. Man, look, this is crazy. Hey, shout out my boy, man. Shout out my boy French Montana. He knew what he was doing, man. He knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah, man. Hold on, we got breaking news. Before I get to sports, I actually did get one more thing that I did want to talk to you guys about. All right, pay attention to this. This one we have to get some more information on, but I want to drop the bombshell on y'all. The U.S. Army admits to secretly spraying a black neighborhood with a cancer-causing fog to simulate a biological attack. Listen to me, y'all. If this is real, if this is real, this changes the whole game. This changes the whole game. And the reason why I want to talk about the news I saw on that is because I also saw just recently, I believe yesterday, that the House of Representatives and Homeland Security, all that, right? Trump ended up passing a bill to ICE and all them saying that now ICE can detain people of dark skin and if they speak Spanish. Did you hear what I just said? They can now detain you if you have dark skin and speak Spanish, as they can have probability that you may be an illegal alien. So all the people, which me included, who are learning Spanish, you might want to cut it now. You might want to learn a different language because you're done. Let them hear you speak Spanish in public. You're gone. Especially if you're black too. Sorry, Nara. It's over. Finito. It's done. So they're just now openly saying that racism is back, but in a less drastic form. That's how they're going to label it. It's not racism, it's just protection. That's what he's going to say. It's not racism, it's just protection. I want to keep America safe. Now, man, look. This is crazy. This is crazy. You got the army openly admitted, yeah, we wanted to fuck up the black neighborhoods, especially if you've seen that Katrina documentary. Oh, the projects, Section 8, 9, the black neighborhoods, done for. They just let them drown. Nobody even cared about them in Louisiana. Y'all did, man, look. I'm telling y'all, man, it's hard to be black in America. It is. And now if you're Hispanic, oh, it's about to get harder for you. It's about to get harder for you. You better learn English. This is not even me being funny. You better learn English. Because if they hear any olas, then you're about to hear adios, because it's over. You're toast. It's done for. Okay? But this is incredible, people. This is incredible news to hear, because now the people who said, like, yo, like, this is real. Yeah, you were right. They trying to take us all out. They're trying to take us all out. We got 3 years of this, people. I'm about to move to Canada. I hope Canada invites me over, because we are done. We are done. You know what I mean? All right, it's okay. It's okay. Let Trump keep fucking around. Cartel gonna have something to do. Yeah. They gonna say, you know what? We'll take our vacation later. They gonna go handle them. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. And I'll be fine with it. I ain't gonna stop it. I'm not even gonna say nothing about it. If I see them in public, I'm gonna just keep going the other way. I'm gonna just smile because I know what's gonna happen. Because I know what's gonna happen. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Now that we covered all the main topics I wanted to cover, okay? Now we can get to our sports. So why did I say I had a lot of things to talk about sports? Well, because I did. Let's talk about how football season is back. Football season is back. All my people who play fantasy. I know you're going through it because I am too. Christian McCaffrey was questionable. Last second decision, I just said, fuck it, I'm going to play him, and he actually played. Thank you, Lord. But George Kittle got injured. Thanks, man. Now he's out. Drake London's questionable. Thanks. Now I don't know if I got to play him. Derrick Henry fumbled. He still gave me 30 points, but yeah, fumbled. And speaking of fumbling, how you let the Bills come back? Ravens, y'all let the Bills come back? Josh Allen, you're the GOAT. You just played against Lamar, and you just showed up with no receivers. No receivers. Coleman, he might be a breakout. He might be. But no receivers. And you cooked? You cooked like that? Man, look, Josh Allen showed you why he was MVP. Y'all, he heard the noise. Oh, he ain't deserve MVP. It should have been Lamar last year. Well, he just beat MVP. He just beat the MVP. So what are we saying? In immaculate fashion, it was 40-22, 4 minutes left. The game ended 41-40. Bills win. Come on, y'all. The Bills. The Bills are nice. Man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm telling you, I can't say it enough. That was beautiful. That the Chiefs lost too. Oh my gosh! And y'all know my Broncos won. That's why I'm happy. So happy today. I'm ecstatic. My Broncos won. It wasn't pretty at all, but we won. Okay, defense won the game for us. That offense was pretty abysmal, but we alright. We alright. Don't worry. Bo Nick's not gonna have a sophomore slump. He's not. He's okay. He starts off slow, then he ramps up. We're good. Everybody chill. Okay, just chill. All right, relax. But this is good. This is great. We ended up seeing Dak Prescott and Jalen Carter. They little altercation. Jalen Carter spits on Dak Prescott, ends up getting kicked out the game. Now we end up seeing a new angle. Dak Prescott spit first in his direction, but not on Jalen Carter. So I can see why people still say, well, no, Jalen better stop that. That's still dumb. Why would he do that? But I can understand the frustration of like, yo, you spit towards me to show disrespect. I'm gonna spit on you to really show you full disrespect. But no, I don't play that spitting thing. That's nasty, bro. I'm sorry. Don't spit on me, bro. We're gonna be fighting. The game gonna be canceled, and I'm gonna kick that too. Cause yeah, I'm fighting. See, I could even talk right there, just thinking about it. Ew. You know what I mean? Ew. But yeah, that was interesting. Just to start the season off. That's how that first game went. That was crazy. That was crazy. CD Lamb dropping 4 catches. God damn, CD. You about to lead the league and drop passes already? This is insane. You don't do that, CD. Come on. And they're all in the fourth. Crucial passes you should have been catching. I'm sounding like I'm a Cowboys fan. This is crazy. I like CD though. I really do. But you can't be dropping those, man. Damn. But what else happened? The Bills fan ended up pushing DeAndre Hopkins in his helmet and then pushing Lamar. You don't do that. And what Lamar do? He pushed the hell out that fan. Pushed the hell out of him. And apparently the fan got a neck brace on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Lamar's probably gonna get fined, but you know what's crazy? The fan is now banned for life. That's what you get. Why you touch the players like that? It's different to talk shit, dap them up if they dap you up. You know what I mean? But you just push their helmets like get the fuck out of here. That's what you did. Oh, Lamar ain't play that. So yeah, now you're banned. See you later, brother. Now you're gonna have to watch the games on crack streams. On Stream East. Now you're done. Better go get it popping with your internet provider because you're done. That's what you get. That's what you get. I'm happy. I'm happy you got banned. You don't do that, bro. Dummy. For my wrestling fans, AJ Lee returned. One of the best moments of my life. AJ Lee was out of wrestling for 10 years. She came back, still looks amazing. CM Punk and her about to go give Seth Rollins and Baker Lynch the business. See, y'all ain't know I knew wrestling. I know wrestling. I used to be a wrestling guy. Phased out a little bit, now I'm coming back. So AJ Lee, man, welcome back to WWE. We are ready to see some greatness. We're ready to see greatness return. The Marlins ended up having a baseball game. I believe a baseball ended up getting hit into the stands. The dad ended up getting it, giving it to his son. Looks like a female came over there yapping, a Karen. No, 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 give me that ball, da da da. Ends up taking the ball. But the Marlins ended up coming back, giving the kid a lot more shit. Gear, baseballs, gloves, everything for the kid. Yeah, I bet that Karen feel dumb now. You don't even get the memorabilia he got now. Dummy, that's what you get. That's what you get. And I believe she's bragging about it too online. Oh boy, I love people like you. I told you these TikTokers can find information. They better find out where she worked, get her fired. It's crazy. The stuff people can find. You know what's crazy about that? These people don't even be professional hackers. Everything's just public information now. All it takes is a little bit of just let me sit down and lock in. You can find anything on anybody. That's all it takes. Let you have one picture online, you're done. You're done. They'll find you. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy to see what you can find on people. It's crazy what you can see. But let's keep the sports going. Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. They agreed to an exhibition fight, which means it's not gonna be on the record. But the fact that they're fighting is very funny because they're both not in the same weight class at all. Mike, I'm pretty sure is damn near super heavyweight or heavyweight. Floyd, I believe, is lightweight, I believe, or light heavyweight. I think it's lightweight. But we've all thought about this though. Like that would be a dream match if they fought, one of the most technical defensive strikers in the game, and Floyd versus the 30-second knockout machine. You paid for that fight, you did not get your money's worth because the fight was over before it even started, right? So now it's like one of those things where it's like, this doesn't really seem fair. They're both old out their primes now. I don't know how this is gonna be. I don't think they're gonna fight for real. They're just in it for the money, more than likely. But spring 2026, that's what we gotta wait for. But if they actually do fight for real, and we actually see some nice little swings, that actually might be a good fight. But hey, like I said, it's one of those things. I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm not really looking forward to it. And lastly, for all my college football fans, um, Georgia, I believe Georgia or Ohio State. No, it was Ohio State. Ohio State went against, what was it, Growling State, because it was with a G, right? Something like that, Growling State or something. And all you saw was a bunch of people posting it, the teams from Growling State, like, yeah, we the best. We about to go against Ohio State. We locked in for this. We about to get busy. Yeah. It was 70-0. Ref help. Yeah, they got smoked. It was why does see his day is crazy. When I play the college football game, right, and I get like 70, 80 points, I'll be thinking to myself, like, man, stop, man. That's not realistic, man. Nah, stop playing the game. You got to up the difficulty, son. No, it's real life. These points get dropped every single time. It's stupid. I think there's like 2, 3 70-point games already. That college football season just started. It just started. Damn. It's insane what these college players do. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's why people say it's more entertaining because the points these. Imagine just getting done with your lecture, and then you come out here and get 70 put on you. You're about to get 2 more projects and another essay because of that. It's man, it's stupid. It's insane. It's insane. But hey, I can't say nothing. I'm not on the field with y'all, so I don't know how it is. But I'm just saying, damn, that's kind of crazy. But hey, look, man, that's all the time I have, man. Like I said, I went over the quota today, but I had to give y'all everything from the past 2, 3 damn near weeks, man. I've been MIA, but I'm back now, people. Hope the quality sounds good. Like I said, I am still messing with some things. So hopefully on the next podcast, things sound even a little bit better, a little bit more sound effects, different type of changes, things like that. We're still working on some things with this, man. But I do appreciate each and every single one of you guys for stopping by to come here and join me for another edition of my honest take. So please enjoy the rest of your day or night. And my name has been Quincy, and I'm out.